So okay, Shapar, which means horn. Basically. Give me some water bottle, sir. The water. Yayan, which means one. Raya Sha'ala, which means to Israel. Shapar again, which means horn. Good enough. Put it. It's a lot. Alright. Imagine, which means to stand. Sawapanya Hakudam, which means to turn to face the east. Let's do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abnawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shukah, Yahweh, Barakatah, Gam'ah, Atzaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barakatah, Suwa, Hayah, Shemayim, Talanaw, Kha, Luwam, Asalakanaw, Hawakinaw, Kaslaknaw, Hawafyanaw, Wala'ah, Tagayanaw, Panasayawan, Abba, Abshanaw, Ayan, Right, Kaya, Ka, Amalakwa, Hala, Tapara, Babylonian, Aman. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, and we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Akach, the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh. Hashem Yahushua, Baruch Hashem, Natan Lanaw, Akach, Larba'ah, Kal Makala, Kal Madawa, Akach, Nataha, Hamatazariah, Hakach, Lahakiel, Hamakiel, Akach, Arakawa, Tamala, Narshan, Bahashim Yahushua, the Waraman. In English, Yahweh, in the name Yahushua, please give us the power, power to heal, all manner of sickness, and all manner of disease, power to cleanse the life, power to raise the dead, power against unclean spirits, to cast them out, in the name Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah. Ayanya. Al-Hahaya. Mayan. Yaba'ah. Isaiah Mine. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayam. Wa'aratza. Aliyatan. Lamawat. Galka. Aliyanawam. Shemarka. Anala'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah, Yishan, Shalmah, Yasharawa, Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh, Zalka, Aliyah, Yamyanka, Yalmam, Ashima, La'ah, Takaka, Bayarach, Alayala, Yahweh, Yashemarka, Kara, Yashima, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashima, Kazaka, Babuaka, Ma'aitha, Ma'aiwalam. In English, I lift up mine eyes unto the hills. From whence comes my help? My help comes from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. Even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahaya. Adami Alakah. Ata Karash. Ata Shakwat. Allah. Kayahana. Allah Yabika. Yahama Yawan. Wamashinayaka, Nasha'awa, Raj, Aimaka, Nariyamu, Suwad, Wayaka Aitazawa, Atazawanika, Amara, Makawa, Makakira, Magaya, Wala, Yasaka, Shamyashra, Aiwa, Kaya, Nava Aitazawa, La, Mikado, Alika, Waya, Nakarathwa, HARLEM, Anawam, Wayashma Alaya, Mawa Abba, Mahangari, Wabal, Iowa, Amalak, Alashak, and Yeshabi, Tazawar, Kam Ashawar, Nalawa, Aima, Ayawa, Sarawat, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Ashalaham, Kamabian, Kazaya Sarah, Kayabia, Barakal, Kwayashwan, Nashamadua, Bayan the Ara, Ayawa, Daman, Laadama, Shaitamwa, Adayamua, Kaira, Kazaba, Kazabak, Katazamana, Karnase Kamwa, Ashar, Amara, Irasha, Ranawa, Nawa, Alahaya, Shaitamwa, Gagula, Kwat, Panyaraka, Kaash, Ira, Wakalahaba, Kalahat, Ayam, Kantaradapna, Basarika, Wabasar Pasta, Tabalam, Malah, Panyam, Walawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Yabahawa, Ajai, Kapawa, Abatwa, Yadaiwa, Kaya, Da'a, Shamka, Yahawa, Labaka, Aliwan, Al-Kalha in the English, keep not thy silence or power.
Keep not thy silence, O power.
Or not thy peace.
Or not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
Power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
For lo, thine enemies make tumult.
They that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They that hate thee have lifted up the heads.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come.
They have said, come.
And let us cut them off from being a nation.
And let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
The name of Israel.
Maybe no more in remembrance.
Maybe no more remembrance.
For they are consulted together with one consent.
For they are consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Moab.
And Hagreen.
Hagreen.
Gabal. And Ammon.
Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
The sword also is joined with them.
So also joined.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Unto them is unto the Midian.
Unto them is unto the Midian.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brilliant Kisar.
The brook Kisar.
Was perished at Endor.
Was perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a red.
Make their nobles like a red.
Exile. Yea.
Yea.
Or their princes at Sabbath.
And all the princes at Sabbath.
And at Zalmunna.
And
who said,
let
us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves
the house of the power and possession.
The house of the power and possession.
All my power.
All my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As a stump before the wind.
As a stump before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
And as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy temple.
So persecute them with thy temple.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
Make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their face with shame.
Fill their face with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled.
And troubled.
Forever. Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
Perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
Now.
Whose name alone is.
Name alone is.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
As the Most High.
Most High.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
Power structure in the Hebrew. Rakata Yahweh.
Rakata Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka Allah. Wa Arahaya. Tazab Ya'am. Arawap Yahana. Arawap Yahana. Asaranya. Akatazayanyo. Akayayalia. Waha Kwafia.
Waha
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim Yahushai.
Hashem Yahushua.
Duwarama.
Water.
In English, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushai.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
The men in Johnny Yohana.
Man, Junior,
The generals.
General.
The captains. The officers.
Officers.
The troopers.
Trooper.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushai.
And then Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Blessed in curses in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushua.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
And evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
Punishment and
To
destruction.
the heathen.
The heathen.
That speak against us.
Speak against
Thy
us.
prophets.
Thy prophets.
The teachers.
The teachers.
The princes.
Princes.
The priests.
Slaves.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
In the school.
In the school.
Send evils and curses.
The evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose.
Shake
The
loose.
treasure of the rich of
The
Israel.
treasure of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the
They
school.
refuse to give the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches
And into that sanctuary.
into our sanctuary.
Send evils and
The
curses.
evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
Punishment and
To
destruction.
the Edomites.
The evil.
And the nation.
The nation.
And their drug dealers.
Their drug dealers.
Court system.
Court system.
Prison system.
Prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
And all the government.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
Hope.
Hope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Skinheads.
Posse Comitatus.
Posse
Gay
Comitatus.
movement.
Gay.
Lesbian movement.
Lesbian.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of
NASA
witchcraft.
space program.
NASA space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marines.
Marines.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
In the airways.
Cable access channels.
Cable access
And
channels.
the radio
And the
channels.
radio channels.
Convict the spirit.
Convict the spirit.
of any of our people.
Many of thy people.
That speak to stop
That
us.
speak to stop us.
And bring swift destruction.
And bring swift
To
destruction.
all the heathen.
And all the heathen.
That stand in the way.
Stand in the way.
Or try to stop us.
Try to stop us.
From broadcasting your word.
Broadcasting your word.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the
Let
flags.
loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and
Cause
fro.
them to go to and fro.
To the earth.
To the earth.
And consume
And
them.
consume them.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief.
And the murderer.
And the murderer.
Let Yahweh shine.
Yahushua.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Come down with the flying
Come
saucers.
down with flying saucers.
And punish all the heathens.
Punish all the heathen.
That comes against us.
Come against us.
As we speak thy word.
Speak thy word.
Because we know by all
No more all.
that is the angels that have done
As
it.
the angels have done.
Because we spread through the media.
Because we spread the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Because of the shake thy coming.
Because the shake that come.
Maybe I will shine.
Name Yahushua.
You always.
You always.
So be it.
So be it.
So which means to turn. You shall be which means be seated. Just so y'all know, we're starting at the beginning. Genesis 1 and 1. Okay. So we're starting directly at Genesis. All right. This is Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. Bara'ah, chapter Bara'ah, Alahayim, Hashemayim, Wa'ad, Ha'aratazah, verse 2. Wa'ha'aratazah, Ha'yatha, Dahawa, Wa'bahawa, Wa'kashak, Ayo, Panya, Dahawam, Wa'raka, Alahayim, Marak, Kapaf, Ayo, Panya, Hamayam, 3, Ya'amar, Slakia, Ya'amar, Alahayim, Yahaya, Awar, Yahaya, Awar. 4, Ya'ra'a, Alahayim, Ha'awar, Kaya, Tuwab, Ya'badal, Alahayim, Bayan, Ha'awar, Bayan, Ha'kashak. 5, Ya'kwara, Alahayim, La'awar, Yawam, La'kashak, Kwara, La Yala, Yahaya, Irab, Yahaya, Bakwar, Yawam, Akkad. Verse 6, Amar, Alahayam, Yahaya, Rakwayai, Batawak, Hamayam, Yahaya, Ma Badayo, Bayan, Mayam, La Mayam. Verse 7, Yaish, Yaish, Aisha, Alahayam, Af Harakwai, Ha Rakwai, Wayabadal Bayan Hamayam Ashar Matakath La Rakwayai Wabayan Hamayam Ashar Mile La Rakwai Wa Yahaya Khan. Alright, this is Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, the powers created the heavens and the earth. If you're in class, you know that this is talking about Christ and the angels. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the earth. And the Spirit of the Most High moved upon the face of the earth. Not a literal spirit. The Most High came and said, "This is what I want to do." The Spirit of the power that moved upon the face of the earth. 3, and the power said, "Let there be light," and there was light. That's the Big Bang. For those that do not know, when it says "let there be light," people get confused because later on it talks about the creation of the sun and the moon. Let there be light in verse 4. In verse 3 is the Big Bang. That's not literally talking about illumination. Verse 4, and the power saw the light that it was good, and the power divided the light from the darkness. Verse 5, and the power called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. Verse 6, and the power said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." Verse 7, and the power made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. Back in the Hebrew 8, remember, if anybody comes, tell them what I told you yesterday. If anybody comes, what I told you yesterday. If anybody comes saying about Sabbath service, tell them what also Kawal said.
Come.
All right. John, Wayakora Alahayam, this is verse 8. Wayakora Alahayam La Requai Shemayim, Wayahaya Irab, Wayahaya Bakwar Yawam Shanya. Verse 9, Waya Amar Alahayam Yakwawa Hamayam Matakaf Ha Shemayam Al Makwawam Akad Wa Ha Yabasha Wa Yahaya Khan. 10 Wayakwara Alahayam La Yabasha Aradza Wa Lamakwa Kwawa Hamayam Kwara Yam Wa Yara Alahayam Kaya Tuwab. 11 Waya Amar Alahayam Dadasha Ha Aradza Dasha Aisha Mazar Yai Zarai Aitiza Parya Aisha Parya Lamayanwa Asha Zaraiwa Boa Ayo Ha Aratiza Wa Yahaya Khan. 12 Wata Watata Ha Aratiza Dasha'a Aishab Mazaraya Salaka Mazar Yai Zarai La Mayanawa Wa Aitiza Aisha Parya Ashar Zaraiwa Ban Salahia Boa La Mayanawa Wa Yara Alahayam Kaya Tuwa. 13 Wa Yahaya Irab Wa Yahaya Bakwar Yawam Shalayash. Yeah. Okay, what's it called? Yawam Shalayash is third day. Okay. Next, yeah, Khan, 14. Okay, this is the last verse. Yeah, Khan. Waya Amar Alahayam Yahaya Ma'arath Barakwayai Ha Shemayam Lahabad Yo Bayan Ha Yawam Wa Bayan Ha Layala Wa Hayawa La Athaf Wa Lama Waiyam Wa La Yam Wa Shiam. I know enough Hebrew now I can pretty much guess what this is talking about. More than likely that's about the creation of the planets and such. We'll see. 8, and the power called the firmament heaven, and the evening and morning were the second day. Okay. And the power said, "Let the waters under heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear," and it was so. Okay. And the power called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. 10. Seas, wait, let me see, 10. Sea is also the same as seas plural is also the same as days. Sea and days are the same. Sea comes from day comes from sea. I covered this yesterday, but sea is yam, which is also plural. When you say Akim, you're actually saying a sea of brothers. Obviously, you know the sun sets into the sea, right? Rises in the east and sets in the west, right? So Yawam, or see in the present tense, or what we would say ing, like seeing, see presently, right, is day. Yum yum is days, but yum yum can also mean seas, like multiple bodies of water. And the powers saw that it was good. The powers saw that it was good. And the powers said, let the earth bring forth grass and herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth. And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And the powers saw that it was good. 13. And the evening and the morning were the third day. 14. And the powers said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night. And let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and for years. 15. I told you it was about creation in the sky. Wa hayawa la ma'awarath barakwaya. It's like a barakwa yai ha shemayim la ha ayar ayo ha arataza wa yahaya kan. 16. Wa Aisha Salaki Alahayam As Shanya Ha Ma'arath Ha Gadaliam Ha Ma'awar Ha Gadal La Mamashalaf Ha Yawam Wa'ath Ha Ma'awar Ha Kotan La Mamashalaf Ha Layalaf Wa'ath Ha Kawakabiyam. 17. Wayathan Atham Alahayam Barakwayai Ha Shamayam Laha Yar Ayo Ha Aratazab. 18. Wala Mashar Bayawam Wa Balayala Wa Lahabad Bayan Ha Awar Wa Bayan Ha Kashat Wayara Alahayam Kaya Tuwa. 19. Wayahaya Irab Wayahaya Bakwar Yawam Rabayaya. That's a fourth day. And then some instances, I gotta look this up. Some instances you'll see 4 spelled without an R. I gotta look up why. You've seen that, right? This is 20. Why Ya'amar Alahayam Yashar Ratazawa Ha Mayam Sharataza Napash Haya Slaki Kaya Wa Iwap Ya Iwapap Ayo Ha Arataza Ayo Panya Rakwayai Ha Shamayam. 21. Wa Yabara Alahayam Ath Ha Tana Yanam Ha Gadalyam Wa'af Kal Napash Ha Kaya Ha Ramashak Ashar Sharatazawa Ha Mayam La Mayana Hum Wa'af Kal Iwap Kanat La Mayana Uwa Wayara Alahayam Kaya Tawab. Alright, so 15. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give a light. Salaki, can I get some more coffee? What? There's more in there, right? Yeah. No, I have it. Yeah, sure. God. And let me get some ice in it too. God. To give light, and there was so. So this is the sun and the moon. Like I said earlier, the light in verse 3 is not talking about actual illumination. That's why you'll see people confused. Right? That's why you'll see people confused. People be like, oh, why is there two versions of light inside of this verse, inside of the chapter? It's not. One is actually, one is the Big Bang, as the world calls it, right? The other is literal illumination, the sun and the moon. Okay? 16, and the powers made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. Okay? And the power set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And the power saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. 20, and the power said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that have life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. 21, and the powers created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly, after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And the powers saw that it was good. 22, back in the Hebrew. Wayabarak atam alahayam la amar parwa wa rabwa wa malaawa af ha mayam baya mayam wa ha iwat yarab ba'arataza. 23, wa yahaya irab wa yahaya bakwar yawam ha slakit kam yashya. Okay, 24, wa ya amar alahayam ta wa taza'a ha arataza napash slagi kaya la mayana bahama wa ramash wa kayath wa arataza la mayana wa yahaya khan. 25, wa ya aisha alahayam af kayath ha arataza la mayana wa af ha bahama la mayana wa af kal ramash ha adama la mayana wa yara alahayam kaya tuwa. 26, wa ya amar alahayam na aisha adam batazalamana manwa kadam wath nawa wa ya radawa badaga hayam wa ba'ai wa ha shamayam wa baba hama wa bakal ha aradza wa bakal ha ramash ayo ha aradza. 27, wa ya bara'a alahayam af ha adam Batazalam alahayam bara'a akwa zakar wana kwaba bara'a atam waya barak atam alahayam waya amar laham alahayam harwa wa rabwa wa malaawa ha wa kabasha salakia wa radwa badagav hayam wa ba'ai wa ha shamayam wa bakal kaya ha ramashaf ayo ha arataza. All right, back in the English. 22, and the powers blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth. 23, in the evening and the morning were the fifth day. 24, and the power said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after its kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beasts of the earth after his kind, and it was so. And the power made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God and the power saw that it was good. 26. And the power said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. 27. So the power created man in his own image. In the image of the power created he him. Male and female created he them. 28. And the power blessed them. And the power said unto them, be fruitful, and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Okay, 29. That's all self-explanatory. The only thing we need to break down so we're clear. The dominion is dietary law. I decide what animals live in diary there. When I decide to eat a chicken sandwich, I am deciding to kill a chicken. When I say I will keep the law, I am deciding I will never allow a pig to be eaten so I can eat it. That's the dominion I have over the animals. I decide which animals live in there. Okay? 29. Waya Amar Alahayam Hana Natathia Lakam Ath Kal Aishab Ira Zarai Ashar Io Panya Kal Ha'arataza Wa'ath Kal Ha'itaza Ashar Bawa Parya Itaza Zarai Lakam Yahaya La Akala 30. Wa Lakal Kayath Ha'arataza Wa Lakal Iwap Ha-Shemayim Wa Lakal Rawamash Il Ha'arataza Ashar Bawa Napash Kaya Ath Kal Wayarak Aishab La Akala Wayahaya Khan 31. Wayara Alahaya Ath Kal Ashar Aisha Wahana Tawab Ma'ad Wayahaya Irab Wayahaya Bakwar Yawam Hashashaya. Verse 2. Wayakalwa Hashamayam. Sorry, let me start from the beginning. Wayakalwa Hashamayam Waha'arataza Wakal Tazaba'am. Verse 2. Wayakal Alahayam Bayawam Hashabayai Mala'akathwa Ashar Aisha Waya Shabbath Bayawam Hashabayaya Makal Mala'akathwa Ashar Aisha 3. Waya Barak Alahayam Af Yawam Hashabayaya Waya Kodash Athwa Kaya Bawa Shabbat Makal Mala'akathwa Ashar Bara'a Alahayam La Aisha Waf 4. Allah Tawaladath Tawaladawaf Ha-Shamayim Waha-Arataza Baha-Bara'am Ba-Yuwam Aishawaf Yahawah Alahayim Arataza Waha-Shamayim. So we're clear, verse 4 is the first time you ever see the Most High's name, Yahweh, in the scriptures, period. That's how you know there's something up. And that's not talking about God, as the Christians would say, created nothing. Okay? And if they try to defend that, tell them why is it, even in the English, Lord and the Most High's name only doesn't show up until chapter 2. They won't be able to answer that. It says God in chapter 1, all through chapter 1. Lord and the Yahweh don't show up till chapter 2. Why is that? It's the same name, but they just chose to change it halfway through. Right? We're still in the same subject matter, creation of earth. But now it went from this to that, and we're going to show you. 29. Hold on, let me just get this out. And the power said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the earth, face of the earth, face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. 30. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every herb for meat. And it was so. 31. And the power saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. So he's finished creating everything, right? And on the seventh day, the power ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And the power blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which the power created and made. Right? 4. So even the angels, Christ and the angels took a break. Right? Verse 4. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created, and in the day that the Most High Power made the earth and the heavens. Okay? And this is the first time you see it, the Most High. What were you going to say, Yash?
Slaki, so my question was, you were saying that the Christians were saying that they're saying that God didn't make nothing because his name...
No, God, that's what we say. You're familiar with that.
Come.
God created nothing.
Come, the angels.
Christ and the angels.
Come,
right.
come.
Christians may dispute that, but this verse is the cut for that. Why is every verse before this God's, Alahayim, 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 and the Most High doesn't show up till verse 4? Lord doesn't show up in the Bible till verse 4. So who's God?
Most High, sir.
No.
Oh, Christ and the angels.
Right. If Lord doesn't show, it can't be. You got Lord in verse 2 in chapter 2, and you got this in verse 1. It's a differentiation. And then Paul, with his wisdom, gave us that differentiation in Colossians, the first chapter, where you can get the breakdown for this. You know what that is, right, Michael?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure if anybody online needs that, you're live. Salaki, can you pull that Colossians, the first chapter? It's like verse 13. Yeah, Colossians, the first chapter, start at 13. The invisible. Go one verse above invisible.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 1, verse 12.
Right.
Thanks given unto the Father, which hath made us meant to be partakers of the inheritance of the saints in light.
Right, keep going.
Verse 13. Who hath delivered us from the power of darkness,
right,
and had translated us into the kingdom of his dear Son.
Right.
Verse 14. In whom we have redeemed through his blood.
Now stop. We all know who we're talking about, right? Who are we talking about? Right? Christ, Jesus Christ. This verse is talking about Jesus Christ. No one will dispute this. And you want to start kind of around there? Maybe you start a little too high up, like maybe start at like 13, 14. Right? Keep going. Because then once you get there, you actually stop what I did and be like, ask the question, Christian, who is that talking about? They'll have to say Jesus. Keep going.
Even the forgiveness of sins. Verse 15.
I said right. Keep going.
Verse 15. Who is the image of the invisible power?
Was the image of the invisible power, right?
The firstborn of every creature.
The what?
The firstborn of every creature.
The what?
The firstborn of every creature.
The firstborn, the first thing created of all things in creation. That's what that verse just said. Right? Read that again. The firstborn.
From the top.
Yeah, from the top.
Verse 15. Who is the image of the invisible power?
Right.
The firstborn of every creature.
Now, what does that scripture remind you of? In the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Read that from the top again.
Verse 15, sir?
Yeah, come.
Who is the image of the invisible power?
He is the image of the invisible power. Image is like the reputation. His reputation comes from the Most High. Just like the Most High is the power, you then become the power. That's what that verse in John 1:1 is talking about. Keep going.
Come on. The firstborn of every creature.
Right.
Verse 16. For by him.
What?
For by him.
By what?
For by him.
No, by the Most High.
For by him.
The Bible says God in Genesis 1.
For by him.
By who? By Christ. Keep going.
Were all things created.
No, a few things.
All things created.
Just the heavens.
All things created.
Everything in creation was created by Christ, the firstborn of all creatures. The only thing the Most High himself created with his hands, technically, was Christ. Christ created everything else. Keep going. That's why you keep seeing Alahayim, 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 or keep hearing me say Alahayim, 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 Alahayim. That's powers. That's gods. That's technically angels. Right? That's not the Most High himself. Otherwise, it'd be some form of Allah or Alahayah. Alahayah is God by itself, or Allah is God by itself. This is Alahayah, plural, as we just broke down. A sea of powers, a sea of authority. Khan.
So, just to get a clear understanding, can Alahayim be interchangeable with Elohim, or is that something totally different?
No, Elohim is the Jewish man's way of saying Elohim. There's no vowels.
Come.
So the I becomes an E. And they add vowels to certain letters, so they put a O next to the with the ha.
Come.
So that's how that can. It's Alahayim, right? Keep going. Read what you got.
Come. That are in heaven.
That are in what?
That are in heaven.
So he created everything in heaven. Keep going.
Come. And that are in earth.
That are in what?
That are in earth.
Everything in heaven and in earth.
Come. Visible and invisible.
Okay, because there's two main reasons. The first reason, when you have to understand, the Bible was translated by Hebrews, by actual Jews who understand Hebrew culture. Because of that, certain things can get lost, and certain things that you probably shouldn't translate or might be confusing just got translated for Hebrew culture because they understood. For instance, I'll give you a perfect example, Yalad, since you asked. In Hebrew, the word for pit, grave, and hell are all the same word, right? It's Sheol. However, when you look at a Bible dictionary, the Zondervan's, it'll tell you, basically, it gets translated different. Sheol will get translated as a pit or a grave or a hell. But it depends on who dies. If it's a wicked person, yeah, they got sent to hell. If it's a righteous person, they got sent to the grave. What you have to understand is, in Israelite culture, we had something called, I'm not sure if you're familiar, Potter's Field. When criminals or basically sinners died, we had a giant ditch. We put their body in. My sexual assaulting son is not being buried next to me and my wife. We're going to put him in a giant ditch where we put all the other sexual assaulters and child molesters and murderers and such. Right? Hebrew speakers who understand the culture, when they came across the word Sheol or Shawwal in the Hebrew, they said, no, there's a wicked man. Make sure you write he went to hell, which is the word for the pit, or the word for the ditch we put sinners. Hell is just the place we bury a dead sinner's body, right? But it got lost in translation. The reason I'm bringing this up, the translators more than likely, to a point, understood Alahayim has a plural form, is a plural form. But when you understand it, it's like, to give you a better example, because I asked this, when you get into the scriptures and you get into the Hebrew language structure, how things are broken down, there's a certain way to break down what they call third person masculine plural. Alahayim, or the Genesis, the first chapter, does not fit that mold. The reason being is simply because you can have a situation like Barack Obama killed Osama bin Laden. Barack Obama was sitting in a bunker inside of Washington like this, watching everything go down, right? But who gave the orders? Who was the one telling everybody what to do? Just like Michael's an angel, you know that, right? Michael, so did Michael create the heavens and the earth? We said Christ and the angels created the heavens and the earth, right? So why is it Michael mentioned in Colossians?
Because Michael is part of Elohim.
But why, yeah, so why is it Michael mentioned? Why is only Christ mentioned?
Because Christ was the one in charge of the angels.
Exactly. That's why it's doing it like that. Meaning like, they understood it to mean the power. One man gave the order. Exactly. Many people did the takedown. Many people did the takedown, but only one man gave the order. Meaning what? The Most High said, I want this, this, and this. Then Christ took the angel and said, we're going to make it exactly to his liking. That's literally what happened here. That's what the good is. The Most High saw it. The power saw that it was good. That's Christ and the Most High checking the work of the angels and Christ and saying, okay, y'all did exactly what I said. And yes, Tawa Yahweh. So basically, here's a better way to understand it. Christ is the Most High is a boss. The Most High is the head of Target. Okay? Shalom, everyone. The Most High is the head of Target. The president and CEO of Target does not come into the office. He doesn't do anything. What his job really is to cash a check and to make sure you're doing your job and to make sure that his money is right. That's it. Okay? That's the Most High. He sits on a throne with angels he created. I got you, 1 second. Angels he created that literally spend nothing but all day to just say, you are great and you are better than us. Bees that literally sit there and say, you are great and you are better than us. God doesn't do anything. He creates people to do things for him. That's a boss. Your God, the God of Christianity, is an idiot who can't even control his own house. Ask yourself this. Why would I want to serve a cat who can't even control a third of his own children? That's the God of Christianity. A third of the angels rebelled, right? According to Christianity, right? Why would I want to obey a cat who can't even control his own kids? His own soldiers. An underling, you can go like this and destroy. I'm supposed to respect you when you can't even control him? That don't make no sense, right? The Most High created nothing. He's a boss. He sits back. Bosses sit back and watch things happen. Right, a king don't get off his throne. He delegate and rule from his throne. Like, okay, I'll give you one example of a king. And a lot of people really don't understand this. A brother spent 3 years trying to build up a kingdom. You know what happened after that? Deuces, I'm out to be with the Most High. Let me know when y'all got this figured out. And we're still trying to get it figured out. That's what a king does. Our king came down to help us for 3 years. Y'all got the rest. 2,000 years later, we still waiting for him to delegate some new orders. All right, let's get back in this so you can finish off. Verse 5. Recall Shayak. Wait, did I finish this? Yeah, come. Recall Shayak, Hashadah, Saram, Yahaya, Ba'arataza. Recall Aishab, Hashadah, Saram, Yatazamak, Kaya, La'a, Hamata, Tayar, Yahweh, Alahayam, Ayo, Ha'arataza, Wa Adam, Ayan, La Aibad, Af, Ha-Adam, Adama, Wa-Ad, Ya'il, Ila, Man, Ha-Arataza, Wa-Ha-Shakwa, Af, Kal, Panya, Ha-Adam, Adama, Wa-Yatazar, Yahweh, Alahayam, Af, Ha-Adam, Ipar, Man, Ha-Adama, Wa-Yapak, Ba'a-Payawa, Na-Shamath, Kayayam, Wa-Yahaya, Ha-Adam, La-Napash, Kaya. 8. Wa-Yatai, Yahweh, Alahayam, Gan, Ba'aidan, Ma-Kodam, Wa-Yasham, Sham, Av, Ha-Adam, Ashar, Yatazar. 9. Vayatazamak Yahweh Alahayam Man Ha-Adama Kal Aitaza Na Kamad La Maraaf La Mara Wa Tawab La Makal Wa Aitaza Ha Kayayam Batawak Ha Gan Wa Aitaza Ha Dai Tawab Wa Rai 10. Wa Nahar Yatazal Ma'aidan Laha Shakwawa Af Hagan Wa Masham Ya Parad Wahaya La Arabai Ra Ashayam. 11. Sham Ha-Akkad Hayashwan Hawa'a Ha-Sabab A-Kal Aradaza Ha-Kawayala Ashar Sham Hazahab. Okay? Now in the English, and every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew. 5. 2 and 5. Okay. And every plant and every herb of the field before it grew. For the Most High power had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. First thing, the first confusion in this, geysers. Geysers in actual groundwater is how the earth was planted and seed was able to survive before rain. Prior to rain on the earth was watered through geysers. You're familiar? Okay, come. I'm just making sure you're familiar because you're standing there like you didn't know. Okay, come. And there was not a man to till the ground. People were still animalistic and caveman like. He gave us Genesis 1 is the creation of humanity. Genesis 2 is the creation of civilization. Khan, you good. Okay, Genesis, so there's a difference. Genesis 1 is people in general. Humans were created in Genesis 1. These humans did not know anything about culture, civilization, or anything. Right. They would eat apple seeds. It was just another part of the apple. They would eat the orange seed. It was another part of the orange. Adam was the one to say, what is this? Let's see what happens when I put it in the ground and water it. And there was no man that tilled the ground. That's not saying there was no men on the earth. That's saying there was no men who were skilled in agriculture or husbandry or farming. That's what that verse is saying. Khan.
Sir, basically the Most High gave Adam intelligence.
He gave him the law, is the better way to put it. Khan.
Oh, so Salaki, sir. You got Trooper the Ya'ala. He said, so the Most High didn't create.
No, I answered all those.
You see it? Oh, yeah, Salaki.
Yeah, Khan. Just make sure. Yeah, it's I'm watching, seeing them as they go down.
Come.
You good. No. Oh, I meant to do that yesterday. Khan. But 6, but there went up a mist from the earth and watered the whole face of the earth. 7, and the Most High power formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. That's what what's called Adam means, up from the dust. Right? He raised him up from the dust and breathed into his nostrils, the breath of life. The breath of life is the law. He raised him up from the dust, meaning he was at the bottom, and he raised him up and gave him the law, gave him the breath of life. Salaki, what is that? Baruch 4. Yeah. I want to say it's Baruch. This is Baruch 4 and 1. This is the book of the commandments of the power and the law that endureth forever. All that keep it shall come to life. What happened to Adam though? But such as leave it shall die. Baruch 4:1. This is the precept to let you know what to call. And another thing, I honestly believe we taught Malcolm. I honestly believe that. That's a rumor, but I'm going to go back on that. I'm going to talk to Kim and Johnny Hahn on that one.
So, what was that? He told what, sir?
Malcolm. They had to talk Malcolm back in the day. That's a fact. He said that, though. He said in his autobiography, I got to find. I'm going to buy his autobiography so I can list that page. Right. List that page. He mentions the black Jews in Harlem. That's the school. In his autobiography. Yeah. Malcolm X. Mentions the black Jews in Harlem. I gotta find out where it is, but yeah. It's a good book. You'll find out that man was he knew Red Fox as a kid.
Come.
Him and Red, yeah, come.
So like you saw Malcolm X.
Yeah, Malcolm X and Red Fox used to work they used to work in the trap house.
No, actually, if I may, actually they grew up together.
Well,
They grew up together.
Well, from what I heard, they both worked at a speakeasy around here in Harlem.
Then they came to Harlem.
Well, no, from what I heard, they're from two different areas. Red Fox is from St. Louis. Malcolm is from Detroit, and they both met out here in Harlem. Because they're both redheads, black redheads. And they said, basically he said there was three reds, he explained it, there was three reds in Harlem at the time. St. Louis red, Detroit red, and there was one other. And he's like, and he mentioned, actually the funny thing is, St. Louis red is now calling himself a comedian called Red Fox. But like, remember, this is back in the 60s, so this is before Sanford and Son. This is like some regular cat that you just heard about, nigga on the road. 10 years later, Sanford and Son comes out, and there's people going back like, yo, Malcolm X and Red Fox. Con. You got stuff like that. But yeah, Con. The reason I bring it up is because Malcolm brings up how the Bible calls him a living soul. And what does Malcolm say? Before that, he had to be what? A dead soul. Which lets you know what? Malcolm's correct. Which lets you know what? There's a such thing as a dead soul. So this isn't talking about the creation of humanity. There were already people, but they were dead spiritually. And how do we know that? The scriptures. The scripture just said, if you have this book, if you have the law, you come to life. If you don't have the law, you're still physically alive, but what are you?
Dead soul, sir.
Right. This breaks itself down. Okay. 8, and the Most High Power planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. Formed, not created. Formed, not created. You know, like gold?
Come.
You take it, you melt it, and then you form it. The man he had formed, he made this man in the image he wanted him to be. That's my son now. Right? 9, and out of the ground made the Most High Power to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. The tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. 10, and a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted, and came into 4 heads. 11, the name of the first is Pison. That is it which compasseth the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold. Okay? The final verse. Final 12. 7 rather. Wa zahab ha arataza ha hawa'a ha sham ha ba dalak wa aban ha shaham. 13. Wa sham ha nahar ha shanya kayakawan 1. Hawa'a ha sawabab ak kal arataza kawash washam ha nahar ha shalayashya kada Qual, Hawa'a, Hahalak, Quadama, Ashur, Wahanahar, Harabai Bayayah, Hawa, Para. 15. Wayakwak, Yahawa Alahayam, Af, Ha-Adam, Wayanaka, Bagan, Idan, La Ibada, wa la shamara, wa yatazawa, Yahweh, Alahayim, Ayo, Ha-Adam, La Amar, Makal, Aitaza, Hagan, Akal, Ta'akal, Wa Ma'aitaza, Ha-Dai, Tuwab, Warai, La, Ta'akal, Mamanwa, Kaya, Bayawam, Akalka, Mamanwa, Mawab, Tamawab, Waya Amar, Yahweh, Alahayim, La, Tuwab, Salaya, Hayawaf, Ha-Adam, La, Labadwa, Aisha, Lawa, Izar, Kanagadwa. And that's the end. This is 12. And the gold of that land is good. The asbeldium and the onyx stone. 13. And the name of the second river is Gihon. The same is that compasseth the whole land of Ethiopia. And the name of the third river is Hikadal. Hidakal. That is it which goes toward the east of Assyria. And the fourth river is Euphrates. Hikadal is Tigris. Pisan is the Nile. And I think, I'm not going to, I know if I had a map, why don't we take down the map? If we had the map up here, I'd know. Gihon, you know what Gihon is off the top of your head? But, huh? Gihon, which sea is that? Which river is that? Nile. Pisan is the Nile, Hikadal is the Tigris, Euphrates is by name. Gihon, I want to say, is a sea, actually. They consider it a sea, but we consider it a river. So it's to for time's sake. I thought you know it off the top of your head. 15, and the Most High Power took the man and put him into the garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it out. 16, and the Most High Power commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest eat freely. You can have whatever you want. Never said you had to take a diet. If you want to say, oh, it's a sin to necessarily be fat or whatever, that's not a sin. Right? Oh, shucks. Shucks. This whole time I could have been trouble. Fudge. Khan. Okay. But of the Khan.
See how young man Daniel.
Okay, the trees are for people. Okay, you don't want to be simple. In this instance, trees are talking about literal trees. Trees are talking about literal trees. In that instance, it's talking about God sees us as trees. It's not saying that we actually are trees. We are seen as trees or represented in God's eyes as trees. But we are not literal trees. 17, but of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, meaning knowing what is good and what is evil, the knowledge of it. Thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die. What is the knowledge of good and evil? If I have a son and I warn him never to sell drugs, he will never have knowledge of evil that time. What it means to be in the streets. He'll never understand what a shootout is like. He'll never understand what it means to truly have ops. Right. However, you want to learn, you'll find that. You'll find now. You'll see what it's like to run from the cops. You'll see what it's like to be stupid enough to try to shoot at a cop because you don't want to go to jail for the rest of your life. You will have knowledge of both good and evil. For in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die. You leave what I taught you, you leave the book of the commandments of God, ye shall surely die. "18. And the Most High said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him. Okay? I will make it help me for him. So we already know what that's about to be. God's about to make someone who's going to assist us in life. Right? And that's a powerful scripture, and that's a powerful thing that we need to understand. Women think their lives are about them, that their lives do not center around men. According to the Bible, that's a lie. Your whole purpose in life is to assist a man. Your whole purpose in life is to bring glory to a man. That's in the Bible. A man's purpose is to bring glory to God or the Most High. A woman's purpose is to bring glory to her husband. Women were created to be helpmeets, to assist their men. That's why all females are created. All right? To be assistants, to be helpmeets. Notice, Solomon didn't say the woman you have sex with is the greatest woman. The woman who's virtuous. The woman who is skillful. She's the greatest woman. Not the one with the biggest breasts or the nicest behind. The one who goes out, sees a field, and buys it. And then works it. And makes money. That's the best woman of all. Right? I'll give y'all 2 seconds. Anybody else got questions? You lied. You good on that? Everything I explained? A tree is not, that is a metaphor. This is talking about literal fruit trees. And eat doesn't even mean eat. So we're clear. Y'all are aware of that, right? Eat does not mean eat. You cannot eat, there's poisonous berries. You cannot eat those. However, the thing that makes it poisonous, in small doses, are a cure for something. Certain rashes are cured by poison ivy, or poison ivy mixed and turned into a type of paste or cream, and put on certain rashes, get rid of them. That's right. Poison ivy by itself will cause a rash, though. Right. That's what that's talking about. Eat and meat is not literal. Same thing with weed. Weed is not, you cannot do whatever you want. And first off, just for the drug addicts, maybe y'all didn't go to chemistry class. You gotta have it's kind of an elective depending on what high school you go to. Heating is a chemical reaction, right? Weed, any person who knows about marijuana, weed must be dry before it can be smoked in order for the euphoric effects to happen. Weed must be heated. Heating is a chemical reaction. You know how you know that? That's why your food, your meat, turns from pink to brown when you cook it. Right. That's a chemical reaction. Just like when you put a beaker on the top of something hot and the what's called chemicals might turn from pink to green or a different color. Chemicals change colors when they react with other chemicals. It's very simple. Weed is a drug, just like cocaine is a drug, and heroin is a drug. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Scientifically speaking, it's supposedly impossible to get high off weed. No, to overdose off weed. You'd have to smoke your own body weight. That's technically, yeah. Drugs technically are defined as poisons that taken in small doses give euphoric effects. Too much heroin, you die. A little bit of heroin, you're on cloud nine. Too much coke, you die. A little bit of coke, oh my God, greatest party in the world. You'd literally have to smoke your own body weight. A pound of weed, what's called, is usually like a bag of cereal bag. You'd have to smoke your body weight worth of cereal bags in weed. That's not in one sitting. That's not realistically possible. So that's why they get away with saying you can't overdose off weed. Technically, it is possible. It's just not physically possible. But there is a limit the body can handle on weed. It's just physically impossible for someone to intake that much in today's society. Maybe when new forms of this, because they got a new way to get you. get you high off weed every second now. Now they're using wax. God.
Actually, I literally just found out. You know, I was walking to the school, and we brought the wax.
Right.
They also say, what they said it wasn't I think it was wax, or it was they said like not an oil, but it was
that oil too. Yeah.
It was something like, how did he come up with that?
Right.
So what it was? It was some type of lotion.
I believe so. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
Lotion.
Yeah.
So that's different from ointment. It's different from the ointment. It's a lotion.
Yeah.
It's a lotion. So
God, what you gonna say?
I just heard that when I was walking to the school today.
If I could, just inform, you might be talking about that wax they got. Like also about the wax they do. It looks like lotion, but it's a wax. Kind of like a paste.
No, they actually have weed lotions. Yeah. My thing about it is, y'all don't know about LSD.
Hey, look, well, isn't it, if I could, isn't that all drugs have LSD in it?
No.
Wait.
LSD is acid.
Okay, come.
Oh yeah. LSD coming in liquid form on like little stamps.
Right.
Stamps. People use to lick the stamps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's LSD. No. LSD.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what they would put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a Listerine strip.
So you can lick it on a piece of little small paper.
Long story short, like people don't be afraid of stuff like that and all that. Like, long story short, to get to what's called that's another. These are all things that we on the earth found out. Like basically, supposedly LSD's lost. Like the actual formula to create it was lost to time. Back in the 50s or 60s, some chemist mixing together chemicals left late night, had a bit on his hands of some stuff he was just mixing. He said that was the best byproduct of his life. Created LSD. They started studying it in colleges, which is how college kids found it. They got the formula. The formula got hijacked, and they created their own form, which is what we today call acid. The official OG formula supposedly is lost to history. I'm saying this to bring out things like this were created with the purpose of not us getting high, but so we could, be able to have what we need. There's a purpose for LSD. If a brother's in construction and he survives that 4-story fall, you need to give him something strong. Make him start seeing everything on Earth. Y'all ever watch the Brady Bunch? Yeah, remember the Brady Bunch movie? When they accidentally fed the cat the mushrooms? Yeah, give him a mushroom. Every bone in that cat's body is broken. He's in the ambulance and all that. Oh my God, the walls are coming alive. And yeah, get that nigga as high as a kite. Because I swear, if you stick him in a room with me when I'm just there for a root canal, and all I hear is, oh my God, I fell 4 stories. Every bone in my body is agonizing. Get that nigga as high as a kite immediately. I'm not listening to that all night. Give him all the drugs. Give him all the Oxycontin. Oxycontin is heroin. That is street heroin that the white family that created it had to say, we're sorry, we didn't know that it was a completely addictive version of heroin. Right. We're so sorry. I'm doing this to show line. We're so sorry. We have no idea after 10, 15 years of the legal testing that we have to do just to get this thing on the market anyway. You know how old Oxy is? Oxy's probably as old as I am. Because remember, it takes about 15 years to get on the market. God.
So I didn't know about Oxycontin until I got into the construction industry. About like in 2006. I didn't know anything about that, but I have seen the effects.
Right.
I learned it from the Blanquito. I learned it from the white boys.
Oh yeah.
I never knew what Oxycontin.
Get the white boys in here.
I never knew what Oxycontin was until I started working with the white boys.
No,
and it was, oh man, I didn't even know.
Give the white boys a hand. Give the medical industry a hand. Right. No, not for the Oxycontins. Here's what they need to give the medical industry a hand for. Their racism towards black people.
Right.
Give them a hand. Last but not least, give the Most High a hand. We about to end off in a second. Now, why would I say give the doctors, the white boys, and the Most High a hand for being racist towards us? You know what that racism is? Niggas don't feel pain. Niggas are drug addicts. So you know what those two things mean? You don't get Oxycontins.
Right.
You're lying. You're a drug addict who wants to get high. I see here you're a 20-year veteran construction worker. I see here that you have you have back pain. I see you in pain in front of me. You're a drug addict. You don't get Oxycontins. And then guess what happens 15 years later? This just in. There's an epidemic of crackers doing Oxycontin. Addicted to Oxycontin. Addicted to pain meds. Why isn't it affecting black people? They won't give us any. Give the medical industry a hand. Y'all can save us from another crack epidemic. Y'all can save us from another crack epidemic. Thank you. Thank you. You know how bad it would be in the black community if the 90s had to deal with post offices. You would imagine what would happen if the 2000s had to deal with pharmacies? The 90s had to deal with every post office getting robbed. Like, I remember I was watching the episode of Living Color, and it was like two kids playing, and they're like, yo, let's play post office. No, I don't want to play post office. Every time we play post office, I get shot. Right. I'm like, yo. Right? Now it would have been like, now everybody's trying to get off the pharmacy because they got the oxys. Come on, man. They saved us a lot of time. God.
Well, you're saying so heavy about the hospital service. My slavery was in the hospital. My brother jumped off his second floor of his apartment. Bone went through the flesh. They refused to give this brother any meds. The exact same thing you said.
Yeah.
The second thing is, it's a study we brought out here in the school that when it comes to our sisters, black, Hispanic, Native American sisters, when they get labor, they refuse to give them meds for pain.
Yeah.
And that's the racism like you just said. Everything you said is 100% true, so one was.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Pioneer being one. I believe it. I believe that they're going to create something worse and stronger than Oxycontin. As stupid as that goddamn is, you got soccer moms doing strange things for Oxycontin. That's why it was a problem. When you see soccer moms doing strange things for Oxycontin. When you see soccer moms act like crackheads. Karens are acting like crackheads. That's a problem. God.
That's like, if I make sure that's crazy, because when you was just talking about the opioids,
Right.
when they started hitting the oppressors, that's when they started opening up all of these these houses around Harlem also, so that they could give them quote unquote treatment or whatever.
Right.
There's no need for change unless it hits.
Well, I don't got a problem with that though.
Oh, not me either. No.
I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, I'm glad. No. Here's what I mean. I'm glad that they didn't have any compassion for our people.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it would send the wrong message, but I want white people to get the message. Oxy's a good, man, go in there, they got the needles for you, they got everything ready. Fresh needles, go in there and be a dope head. I'll fix you up when I need you to pick cotton. That's all for right now, just be a dope head. Matter of fact, they'll still draft you. They drafted you in Vietnam. They had a whole bunch of dope heads in Vietnam. Go to war, let Putin kill you easily, and I have less white people to worry about.
Right.
Matter of fact, do you know why they're so happy about the drug epidemic in the black community? It keeps you out the workforce. Please, Mr. White Man, Mr. White Plumber, do all the heroin you want to. Now I can be a plumber. Now since you're no longer in the union, or the union has to get rid of you because you smoke so much crack or you shoot up so much dope, I can get the job. I got a brother who's been waiting on the list, Puerto Rican. He's been waiting on the list for an electrician for about 10 years now. You know what the sad thing is? He's familyed in. He got an aunt that's in the union. Still waiting. All I got to do is pray that one of her co-workers, 2-3 of her co-workers, get what's called have an overdose, and then he's got a job.
Right.
Then he'll call me and say, "Yo, get down here. We got an apprenticeship for you. $30 an hour." I just have to pray that my enemy's devices fall back on their head.
That's right.
Right? With that, I did 18, man. Help me for him. Right? So next week we are going to start at Genesis 2:19. All right? Imagine up here, we're just gonna do the Lord's Prayer. I know what to call it. Oh, slap. Shapar, which is horn. That came out better. Yayan, which is wine. Yasha'ala, which means to Israel. Shapar, horn. Oh, that was beautiful. No sign of trace. I imagine which is to stand, Sar, upon your hakodam, turn and face the east. Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Wadad, Haya, Shemka, Yahawah, Malakota, Kaba'ah, Ratzaka, Haya, Aisha, Maratza, Salah, Haya, Bashemayim, Tananawa, Chab, Ka, Luwam, Kasalakanawa, Kawakanawa, Kasalakanawa, Kawakinawa, Wala'ah, Ayanawa, Anasayawan, Abo, Haushina, Mayan, Rai, Haya, Lakab, Hamalakwa, Ha'ala, Tapara, Awalamya, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. And the curses in English. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Listen to us now. Right now. Send evils and curses. And punishing destruction. To the heathen. That speak against us. Our prophets. The teachers. The princes. The priests. The Israelite brothers. And the school. Send evils and curses. And punishing destruction. To the heathen. And shed loose the treasure of the rich of Israel. I refuse to get to the school. Force their riches. And to enter thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses. And punishing destruction. To the Edomites. And the nations. And their drug dealers. Court systems. Prison systems. Planned Parenthood. All the governments of our enemies. Amalek synagogues and armies. Roman Catholic Church. Pope. Islam. Christianity. Egyptology. Militia. Ku Klux Klan. Aryan Nation. Skinheads. Posse Comitatus. Gay movement. Lesbian movement. Spies. Workers of witchcraft. National Space Program. Army. Navy. Air Force. Marine. Wall Street. Open up the internet. And the airways. Cable access check. And the radio check. Convict the spirit of any of our people that seek to stop us. And bring swift destruction to all the heathens that stand in the way of trying to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Let the cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh shine.
Let Yahweh shine.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Come down with the flying saucers.
Down with the flying saucers.
And punish all the heathens.
Punish all the heathens.
That come up against us.
That come up against us.
To speak thy word.
To speak thy word.
Because we know by all.
Because we know by all.
That is the angels that have done it.
That is the angels that have done it.
Because we spread through the media.
Because we spread through the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Because of the shake thy come.
Because of the shake thy come.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Silence brings the time. I'm going to give one courtesy salute. Man of Israel, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Barak.
Yahweh Yahshua Barak.
Yahshua Matzah. Silence brings time, faces sisters. Man of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to sisters. Man of Israel, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Barak.
Yahweh Yahshua.
Yahshua Matzah. Hands down, dismiss.
Next week, we're going to start at Genesis chapter 2, verse 19.
No sign, stress.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 19.
Watch what's up,